problem with patient advocacy and oncology clinical trials in the UK is who is running those trials and how do they get hold of patients and at what stage do they get hold of patients, and actually do the patients understand what is being asked? So all of those things have to be answered. And in other diseases, the questions are even more fundamental and difficult. The advantage we have in oncology trials in the UK, no matter who is running them, is that we've had effective patient involvement for 25 years. And there are plenty of patients who know what they're doing, patient advocates. And there are lots of patient groups who are interested in research, but they come at it from a different angle. So on the one hand, you have patient advocates like myself, who are more interested in what is the trial question and how do you propose to answer it. And then there are other patients who are actually more interested in, okay, what is the effect of this treatment going to be on me now? And what are the effects going to be in 5 or 10 years' time? So there are all sorts of different pressures and demands on trialists. Do we have long-term follow-up? Are there different ways of following people up using the data that's available in the NHS? And at the other end of the scale, can patient advocates who are looking for specific issues to be tackled, like triple-negative breast cancer and things where we don't have the answers that we do have in other parts of other cancers, how do we help industry approach those problems, and often realizing that industry is actually not going to be able to do it in just one country? So patient groups are going to have to start working with other patient groups. I think there are several issues. Firstly, cancer patients like me participate in studies, and I've participated in 4, because obviously there is the hope that the really good treatment might be the arm we're on. There is also the thought that we will get better care, or at least more attention, which is probably true. Then we get involved in clinical trials and designing them, and that's because we've got interest in research and we want that research to benefit other patients. Logically, the best way to do that is to get the study to recruit on time and to target, which happens to be what the industry wants to achieve and the academics want to achieve and trial funders and sponsors want to achieve. So patient advocates are actually on the same side. I also think there's a huge opportunity for us to shape parts of the trial design, and something that interests many cancer patients now is living with and beyond cancer. So it is about, can we have kinder treatments, especially in cancers where we have already got really effective cures, many of those blood cancers, which was one of my cancers. So can we have the kind of treatments? Can we have treatments that do less damage? And then you come to an event like this, and the talk I've just come from, which was about radioligands and making radiotherapy more accurate, which is a technical problem, but also making it do more damage when it hits the right target, which is the radioligand, which is the biology problem. And I find those kinds of discussions fascinating. Many patients, when we're starting out, many patient advocates when we're starting out, wouldn't necessarily understand the biology, and I don't. But I understand the concept of, can you hit the right target and can you do more damage when you hit it? Which is also the same for most cell biology when it comes down to it. Well, it's a challenge. Every patient in the NHS has the right to choose which hospital treats them. However, in cancer, that may be quite limited, especially if you have a rare cancer or you need a particular form of treatment. Every patient, though, in theory, has the right to choose a clinical trial which is running somewhere in the NHS. Again, that's easy to say, especially if you don't have to travel 250 miles to get on the trial, and there are lots of out-of-clinic visits. So I think that in itself is a complicated issue. What I would love to see, and what some of us have been working at for 30 years now, is to actually have our NHS as a hotbed of research. There shouldn't actually be a difference between the two. Clinical trials should be part of a treatment offer for everyone. And one of the brilliant things, again, I've seen here today is a group of people who are designing an AI program to actually try to do that, to help an NDT not just pick a trial from a trial registry, but actually match the patient to available trials and to use AI to see if that patient matches or not, and what might be needed in terms of missing information on that patient to make them suitable for a particular trial. Then, of course, you still have to go to the patient and offer the study. So I am really hopeful that we can get clinical trials mainstreamed into the NHS offer. Many hospitals are already doing it, but the NHS is a big organisation and a lot of hospitals don't yet have the resources. We will get there. I'm quite convinced we will get there. It's just going to take a bit longer than we all hoped.